I'm Harry.
Katy.
Yeah, it is I.
You look lovely.
It is not every evening I go out with a congressman.
I know I've had to disappoint you a few times lately.
Yeah, you have disappointed me, but tonight I forgive everything.
Well, I'm sure glad you said that because,
You have brought home work?
I'm terribly sorry, Katy, but it just couldn't be helped.
We are not going out tonight again?
Well, I do have tomorrow afternoon open.
I do
We
not
can
have tomorrow
lunch.
afternoon open. I'm taking the boys to a television show.
Well, then, tomorrow night.
Like tonight and last week.
Oh, Katy.
It is not that I mind you standing me up every night for 3 weeks. It is that you stand me up for a machine.
Oh, no. A computer. And that will end once the subcommittee accepts my recommendation to buy one.
Yeah, sure it will.
What have you got against computers?
We depend too much on them instead of standing on our own 2 feet.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Whenever there's a job to be done, what is the first thing we look for? A machine to do it for us.
Well, why not? It's marvelous to have machines to help us.
Help us do what? Help us to become numbers instead of names? Help us to forget to use our heads and think?
Oh, that's nonsense. Machines help us to do our jobs better.
They make us lazy.
More efficient.
Cause unemployment.
They save time.
Save time? Then why is it for 3 weeks you've been spending every evening working just to find out how to save time so you won't have to spend every evening working?
Hurry up, miss.
These are very personal questions just to go to a television show.
Hey, that's a very funny-looking spaceship.
I got news for you, Danny. This isn't a space cop show.
Then let's get out of here.
It's too late.
All right, now, is that the last of the cards, folks? Because we only have a few seconds, so let's match them up. All right, everybody, stand by. Here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Auto Mink. The program that lets science find you a spouse. Now, right at this very minute, all the information given us by these wonderful guys and gals of our studio audience is being transcribed by our punch card girl and fed into the big computer. Well, let's get right underway now and find out who's going to be the first half of our compatible couple of the week. Now, let's see. What does the big computer say? Well, here we go. Katy Holstrom. Miss Katy Holstrom, front and center, please.
Katie, that's you. Go ahead.
Well, I can't look at the way I look.
You look just like you always look.
Yeah, hurry up. Don't you want to be on TV?
Well,
Miss Holstrom, where are you? We have a beautiful mink coat waiting for you up here.
A mink coat.
A mink coat.
I mean, cool. Yeah, I'm here.
Well, this is one of those days where I wouldn't mind being a mink coat myself. Hello, Miss Holstrom. Welcome to Automate. I take it you don't have a mink coat.
No.
No, but you're going to have one. Just turn around now and feast your eyes. There it is, a full-fashion mink from Yadwin's of Lawrence.
I tried hard.
No, not quite yet, but I guarantee you this. Wait one moment. First, we have to get the big computer to find out who's going to be your automate. It's time now to locate the mysterious Mr. X. So we'll take Miss Holstrom's data, feed it into the computer, and set the dials and press the buttons and set the tape whirling to find out, Miss Katy Holstrom, who will be your automate. And here it comes, the coded card that the electronic eye has scanned. Ladies and gentlemen, the man selected by our big computer as the ideal mate in every way for Miss Katy Holstrom is Mr. Richard Barden. Mr. Barden, will you please come up?
Oh, good evening, Katy. I've got good news.
And I have for you.
Go ahead.
No, you tell me first.
All right. Tonight, I'm going to take you out.
Oh.
Yep. The subcommittee finally authorized me to order that computer. It'll be delivered next week.
That's very good.
Meanwhile, not only am I free this evening, but every night this week.
Well, that's very nice.
That'll help make up for the past 2 weeks. Now, what's your news?
Well, this afternoon we went to a television studio. And I was on Automate. I'm one half of a compatible couple.
Compatible couple?
Yeah, we were selected by a big computer. You do not think I could be half of a compatible couple?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do. But the idea of you being selected by a computer for anything, I mean, the way you feel about machines?
As part of the show, this evening I must go out with my Automate.
Well, that's absolute nonsense.
But for this nonsense, the program gives me a mink coat.
I wouldn't care if they did give you a mink coat. Oh.
Warm.
Yes?
Beautiful.
Well, no politician in his right mind would be against a woman getting a free mink coat for one night out.
Well, it's not just for one night.
Oh?
But it is a mink coat.
How many nights?
A week.
Oh, cool.
Just to see if we would be compatible, and then we go back to the program and get our prizes.
That is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard.
What is ridiculous? The machine said we would be compatible. We both like politics, have interest in dance, art, strong political feelings, and warm, loving nature.
All right. You can just pour some of your warm, loving nature into this phone and advise them to forget it. You're not going to do it.
Why am I not going to do it?
Well, because for one thing, I'd be left here alone every night just twiddling my thumbs.
Yeah, just like I've been twiddling for the past 3 weeks.
Oh?
Oh, good evening.
Hello again.
Mr. Morley, Mr. Barden, Mr. Barden, Mr. Morley. Let us go, Mr. Barden, Mr. Morley. Good night.
We sure left in a hurry.
Yeah, they sure did.
I guess they had to rush. They've only got a week.
Don't you have some homework to do?
Plenty.
Well, then please do it.
Yeah?
Nothing.
Oh. I was just wondering how you feel about the new political picture here in Washington.
Well, I'm afraid I'm not interested in politics much.
Perhaps you would rather discuss art.
All right.
Well, I just wonder if you agree that the recent trend to pop art is just a fad.
I don't know.
How do you feel about the Congo?
The Belgian Congo?
Well, surely you of all people should know it has not been the Belgian Congo for quite a few years now.
That's right, I forgot.
Oh, would you like to dance?
Frankly, I don't know how to dance.
But the card from the computer said dance excellent.
No, that's not quite right. It's more like dance lousy.
Your card also showed interest in politics, art, the Congo, and
And what?
warm, loving nature.
Well, I am better at that than dancing.
But I don't understand. Your card seems to be completely wrong.
Well, as a matter of fact, my mother made out that card for me.
Your mother?
Yeah, she's visiting from out of town for a few days. She's always wanted to see a television program broadcast. And she also always wanted to see me married. That's why she filled out that card the way she did.
I see.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Holstrom. But it really was worth it.
Oh?
Oh, yeah. I finally got to see that computer at the television station.
Have you met him yet, Dad?
Oh,
Katy's maid.
I wish you'd stop calling him that.
I didn't call him that. The machine did.
Well, it's ridiculous.
You wouldn't say that if you saw the look on her face when she first saw him.
I am not interested in... What look on her face?
It lit up like the computer.
It did?
Yeah. Hey, they're out again tonight. I bet they're having a ball.
Bet they are.
Now, the nucleus of the system, with its solid logic technology, features tiny chip transistors. Eh?
No, I
Of course, diodes assembled into printed circuits, only 1/2 inch square, and sealed in a protective casing, you see.
Uh-huh.
Now look up here. Now, this is a multi-implexer channel. It's designed to serve multiple input devices.
Speaking of input, shall we order?
Oh, of course. Oh, waiter. Now, if you've been following me closely as I've sketched this out, you probably realize that configurations can be tailored to fit precisely the specific application in system kits of all sizes and organizations. Now, of course, if you have an erratic diode, you can see what would happen.
No, what would happen?
Well, the whole system would collapse. Here, I'll show you. Look.
Good evening, Mr. Morley. Here's your paper.
Well, thank you.
Is there something you would like before I go?
What's this, night number 3?
Yeah.
Well, I guess women will put up with a great deal to get a mink coat.
Well, it's not exactly torture going to all the nicest places for the handsome escort.
Yeah, I can just imagine. He's probably as dull as can be.
Think so?
Well, I don't know for sure. I suppose he's keeping you entertained.
Yeah.
I say suppose because I haven't even had a chat with him. You whisk him out of here so fast, I can't tell what he's like.
Yeah.
What is he like?
Well, he is 1 in a million. We've had 2 memorable evenings together.
He is behaving himself.
Just enough.
What does that mean?
Well, when 2 people are joined together by a big computer, there must be some spark.
Just don't blow a fuse and stop functioning.
Mr. Morley, are you suggesting I'm neglecting my work?
I didn't say neglecting.
You imply.
Well, if your mind is on dates and fur coats and...
Mr. Morley, if you are not satisfied with my work, you can replace me with a machine.
At least if I had a machine for a governess, the children and I would see her once in a while.
It. A machine is an it, not a her.
That must be your gentleman caller. Surely you don't want to keep him waiting.
I certainly do not.
Have fun.
I will. Yeah, I'm coming. Good evening.
Good evening, Miss Hallstrom. You look absolutely...
Yeah, I look...
What's that?
It's a chairlift. You were saying?
It's beautiful.
It's a one-person elevator.
Well, how does it work?
Just push the button.
Oh, it's marvelous. Look at that.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
An interesting piece of machinery.
Interesting. It's beautiful.
You're interested in mechanical things, are you?
Oh, I sure am. The more complicated, the better.
Yeah, it is fascinating.
Isn't that something, though, huh?
It is something. It is a chairlift. I'm glad we came back. This really is a nice place.
Yes. It's well constructed. I guess I am a little hip when it comes to anything mechanical. I hope I haven't bored you.
Oh, no, I find all this very interesting.
I'm glad, because, you know, you're one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Thank you. I think you're very nice, too.
Oh, I have a surprise for you.
Oh?
Well, you've been such a good sport about my interest in machines and my mother's little eyes in the computer card that I felt that I owed it to you to make one of them come true anyway.
Thank you. I think that's very nice.
So I figured I should learn how to dance. And I have. Shall we?
Are you sure? I mean, it takes time to learn how to dance.
I spent 2 hours on it last night.
Do you feel you've had enough practice?
Sure. Come on.
a wonderful dancer.
Well, thank you. Of course, there's really nothing to it. I worked the concept out last night about 10 minutes. After all, it's only basic geometry.
Oh?
I mean, actually, dancing is merely the formation of a group of opposed, right-angled, isosceles triangles.
Yeah.
I wonder if one could design a machine so delicately balanced that it could dance as well as a woman, and then program all the latest steps into it. It's interesting, isn't it? What do you think?
Hello? Please turn me on.
Dear Mr. Morley, as you are being so unreasonable, I thought it would be safer to communicate by machine. The cook is out, and so am I, unless you come home early, in which case I'm still upstairs. In the kitchen, you will find a wonderful invention called a stove. If you turn on the oven to 350 degrees and leave it for 20 minutes, science will provide you with another marvel, an unfrozen, frozen dinner. Please go into the living room. That came this morning. I told them I was sure it should go to your office, but they insisted. A company that makes such smart machines, but they don't know where to deliver them.
They deliver them where you tell them to, lady.
One more thing, Mr. Morley. This is a recording.
This is also the last straw. Good evening. Come in.
Good evening. Is Miss Holstrom ready?
Wait a moment. She'll be down shortly. By the way, I noticed that you still call her Miss Holstrom.
Well, we've only known each other less than a week.
Of course.
Boy, that sure is an intriguing piece of machinery.
Tell me, does Miss Holstrom share your enthusiasm for this kind of thing?
Well, she did start off a little slowly, but I think she's developing a real feel for it.
How about computers?
Computers. You have to have a pretty hard heart not to like computers.
I happen to have one.
You do?
Yes?
Could I see it?
Well, I'm afraid it isn't unpacked yet.
Oh, that's all right. Could I see the crate?
Right in there.
An RACX 46BD24K.
That's what she is, all right.
Do you have any idea what these things can do?
Oh, no, they're just incredible. Almost as smart as man.
In some ways, they're even smarter. They're marvelous devices. There's just no end of practical applications.
My thoughts exactly. Would you like to have a look at it?
Oh, I'd love to.
By all means. I'll get you some tools.
Oh, no need.
Ah, Miss Holstrom.
Mr. Morley. Good evening, Richard.
Oh, good evening, Miss Holstrom. Be right with you.
You look lovely.
Thank you.
That's a most becoming gown.
Thank you.
It does things for you.
Oh,
Oh, and of course, you do things for it, too. Sort of a mutual assistance pact.
that's very flattering to a person who could be replaced by a machine.
You could never be replaced by a machine. And I'll tell you something else a machine can't do.
What is that?
Invite a beautiful young lady out to dinner. This has been one of the nicest nights of my life.
And I want you to know it's been one of the most expensive nights of my life.
Oh?
It cost me a mink coat.
A greater sacrifice no man could ask.
Him.
Hey, do you have any lubricating oil?
Katy, the farmer's daughter, you can't resist that gal. She's country style, but city design.
Saturday at 8 Eastern, John Wayne and Anna Lee star in The Flying Tigers. That's Saturday at 8 Eastern on the Movie of the Week. Now stay with us for the Patty Duke Show next on CBN.
Upside down, the old Odette to Sweden. She's just what we've been needing. So glad the farmer's daughter came to